Hey, what's up, everyone? Today we're diving into After Effects. We'll be mastering the act of text calls. I'm showing you two essential ways to animate text along a path in After Effects. One that's quick and dirty, and one that gives you total precision. Before we dive into the keyframes, we have a massive goal: 1 million subscribers. Once we hit that milestone, we're dropping our most intensive pro level training series. If you want to see that happen, hit that subscribe button and let's get into the timeline. To get started, we're going to create a new composition. So we come up to our composition and we'll say new composition. So I'm going to name this my main comp and HDTV preset. HDTV 1080 24 frames. The width is 1920, the height is 1080. So give us a duration of 20 seconds, and that's fine. The background black. So I click on OK. So first I'm going to bring in my image, select my image, drag it into the project panel, and once you see the copy sign there, you release that. Now that has come into our project panel. So I'm going to drag that down to our timeline, and if you get this warning error here, this warning message, just click on your cap lock, the caps for capital letters, just click on that and that will go away. So we have this image now overscaled, so I'm going to hit S on my keyboard to bring out the scale. Then let's scale it down to something around here. Good. Now this is fine. We can scale it down more. Let's be at okay, 23. That's fine. Good. So now just hit S back to take it in. Okay. So now we want to write our text. So I'm going to come to our toolbar here, and you can see the horizontal type tool here. So just click on that, then you come and click on the viewport and type your text out. So I want to switch back to the selection tool here. Click on the selection tool. Now if your text is somewhere at the edge or on the corner or not showing properly in your viewport, you want to just come to align. Come here to align, then you want to align horizontal, so you click on the horizontal align, then you click on the vertical align also, and that centers our text properly in the middle of our viewport, our display area. So come to the rectangle tool here, so you click on hold and it gives you a list of other items. So you can see right here we have the ellipse tool. You see the ellipse tool, so you want to select the ellipse tool, then let's click at the middle of our viewport area here. So you want to click and drag. Now as you're clicking and dragging, you hold down Control, so you click and drag, then press Control and Shift, so that gives you a perfect circle. So you just click and drag, and let's be at okay, this is fine, this size is fine, so you stop. Now you can see that has cut through our text. You want to make sure that it's cutting through your text. If it's not doing that, then it means you didn't have your text layer selected. So you make sure your text layer is selected while you click and drag, so that cuts through the text. So you can come to the text here, and you see text down here, so we want to toggle that down, and we're looking for the path options, so toggle that down more, and you can see path. Currently the path is set to none, so you want to click that and change it to max 1. So that has just given us the text, the full text now curved around that circle. You can see that. So let's come down. more and we'll see other options. You can see the reverse part is set to off. I click on that. I want to on that. Then you see the first alignment, so I want to on that also. You can see now that has just given us this rounded, that's just evenly distributed our text around our circle. That's good. That's what we want. So let's come to the 3D options here. We want to make this text a 3D text. So if you look at this icon here, this is a 3D layer icon. So we're going to click on the icon here to activate it. Now that will give us a cube inside this gray box area, just this gray box area. So I'll click on that, and that has just made this a 3D text. You can see that. Okay, so we want to animate the text going around our circle. So we're going to add a keyframe here on the first margin. So add a keyframe here. Then also you want to add a keyframe too for the last margin, because we want it to rotate together, the first margin and the last margin. So let's go to 2 seconds. If you move to 2 seconds on your timeline here, you can see it's on 2 seconds. Over here you see that's 2 seconds. Now we want to move the first margin, so let's move it in. So let's move that in. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, okay, let's just stop here. That's minus 1428. So let's move the last margin also, so we can get our text readable in the screen. Let's keep going, and good. Now we can see our text. You can see our text readable. So let's, okay, hit N on your keyboard to reduce the timeline to the 2 seconds work area. Then let's preview that and see. Okay, that looks fast. Now that looks fast. We can slow that down. Let's just come and let's release that and slow it down. Take away some of that. Okay, so let's bring this back also. And let's see. Okay, so this is better now. This is better. Okay, starting off on the beginning frame, one can give this out a little, so we have a space before the dash. We want to maintain that same space. Okay, so we can extend that to 3 seconds. Let's just put it at 3 seconds and let's move our timeline, our keyframes to 3 seconds. Just click and drag that to 3 seconds. And expand on it now and let's get it slower. Okay, so this is fine. Now we want to close all of this. Let's collapse. Let's close all of that by clicking on that greater than sign there, and we want to now rotate our text to orientate towards the camera lens. So let's be on our selection tool and let's hit R on the keyboard to bring out our rotation. Okay, so we're going to rotate it on the Y axis. So we move this a little and you can see that is facing the angle of the lens. And let's rotate it on the X to tilt it a little. Good. So let's position the text. You want to hit P on your keyboard to bring out the position, and let's just move it down. So we're going to reduce the size of our circle. Just double click on the line, double click on the circle there and hold down the edge, this edge point, then click and drag. Make sure you're holding Control as you're dragging so you have it evenly distributed, and also Shift. You want to hold down Control and Shift to reduce that. Okay, this is fine. Now let's press P on our keyboard back to bring out the position, and let's position it where we want it to be. So we're just going to move this to here. You can see scale it down more, so it's double click on the line and that's curve. Then also you hold down Control and Shift. Okay, good. So P back to position, and let's take this, still this. Okay, we're trying to lock the radius of the lens to our curvature, to our circle. Okay. Okay, now we're looking at this part here. We want to make sure that this part fits the radius, the size, and also the bottom part also that's here, because we're going to have this go behind the lens. So it's going to rotate behind the lens, so we want it to look like it's going behind the lens. So that's why we're moving this to fit properly into that lens radius there. So we can still take it down a little bit. Okay, this is good. This is good. Perfect. So let's play that and see. So you can hit your space bar, and now you can see how the text rotates. Okay, so we want to now make our text to rotate and go through our lens. We want it to go through our lens. You can see it's rotating just around and covering over the lens, but we want it to go from this side then behind the lens. So to do that, we're going to make use of the pen tool. So you come to the toolbar here and you want to select the pen tool, that's this. Then make sure you have your text layer selected, that's this text layer, you want to have it selected. So let's zoom in and just click inward here to add an edge, a max point. So click, and you just want to be careful on the edge there, because that's where the effect is going to start from. So let's just click and be on that straight lens part. Now you can spend time with that just to get it properly on the edge of your lens. So you can see so I want to just be on that lens edge there. Now the closer you are, the better. So now I can close it by clicking at the first max point we created. So if you look at this now, can you see? Let's be on the selection tool back. Now you can see our text now has been cut out. The part that goes through the lens has been cut out. So to fix that, we'll come to the max tool here. Now this is the max tool, this yellow max. You see, this is the yellow max, that's the max tool. The max 1 is the blue circle. You can see there. So the max 2 is currently set to add. We can invert that, or we can just say subtract. Can you see? Now let's preview that. Good. Now this is selling our effect. So want to animate the camera, and we're going to parent the text to our camera layer here. So before you do that, make sure you have the camera layer selected, then make it a 3D layer. Just click on this icon here, and that has just made that a 3D layer. And you can see it has cut out part of our text. So to fix that, we're going to fix the rotation of the text. So click on R on the keyboard, then let's fix on the rotation here, and we want to just see how we can get that to display all of our text. I think this is okay. Good. Out a little. Okay, good. Now let's look at it. Okay, that has just fixed that. You can fine-tune your marks more. You can see it's a little off here, so just position it properly. You want it on the edge of your lens. Now the rest of the lens part doesn't matter. It's just where the text comes in contact with the lens. That's where we want to hide the text. Okay, now this is fine. Good. Let's look at that. Beautiful. So let's parent the text to our camera lens. You come to this side of the screen and you can see this parent and link. So you select the parent pick whip here and just click and drag. You can see I'm dragging. You want to drag it to the camera layer, and that has just updated itself here to layer 2 cam. Now it has parented it. So while we animate the camera, the text will also follow. So let's go to the beginning of our timeline here. You just drag your current time indicator to the beginning, and we want to go forward 20 frames. Hit P to bring out the position, then set a keyframe there. Then let's go back to the beginning of our timeline, and we can now click the Y and drag it down. You can see that. Just click the Y to drag it down. Good. And let's select the 2 keyframes and right click on this. We want to do keyframe assistant and say easy ease, and that is just giving us an easy ease on the keyframes. You can see how the camera comes up. Now we want it to be that as the camera comes up, the text will pop out. So that's, let it pop out. So we'll come to, just before it gets to a final stop, and we want to bring out the scale. Let's just do that with the scale. So we're going to set a keyframe here on this, and let's move it away a little. This is the final size of our text. Then I want to now expand it a little, just expand it more. Let's expand it, not too much. I want to expand it a little. Okay, that's good. Then let's go 5 frames backward. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's take all of that text now, scale to a 0. So we're going to select all of these keyframes and let's ease it. So let's look at that. Okay, we can move it forward a little bit to where it starts, and 5 frames, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7 is fine. Okay, so let's see that. Okay, we're just trying to eyeball that. Just position the keyframes, selecting them and positioning them. So let's take it backward a little bit. Okay. Okay, so the camera layer, we want to select the 2 keyframes, and let's go to our graph editor right here. Make sure you have the 2 keyframes selected for the camera layer. Then come and click on the graph editor, and that will bring us to the graph editor here. As you can see, if yours is not displaying like this, just come down. You can see this. Choose graph type and option. Just click on it and select edit speed graph. You want to be on the edit speed graph and not the value graph. So click on the edit speed graph and it will give you this curve on your screen. So let's just highlight this. Just click and drag like this to highlight the 2 points below the curve there. And I want to just click and drag this edge to give it a curve like that. So we have it steep at the beginning, then sliding down towards the end. So let's click on the graph editor to come out of it, and let's preview that. Okay, good. That's nice. We can now let's just increase our timeline there. So after 3 seconds, we want our camera to stay for 3 seconds. So we move to 3 seconds there, and we add another keyframe. Then let's go forward 5 frames, 10 frames more. That's 10 frames more, and let's take our camera out of screen. So let's reduce our work area to preview all of that animation right now. So you can see. Okay, I think that exiting speed was too much. Let's add another 10 frames. So drag the keyframe and expand it. And that's 10 frames. So now it's 20 frames apart. Good. And that's better. That's good. So at the end of our keyframe here, we don't need all of this layer anymore. We don't need all of that. You see, it's just there in our timeline, and we don't need that. So let's just be on the edge of this key, and you can drag from the edge of your layer here, from the end of the layer. You can see this, the icon change from the cursor change to this, telling you can drag this. Alternatively, you can just click on Alt and the right curly bracket, and that will trim that layer to where you have your current time indicator placed. You see that, and this is our current time indicator. You can see it. So you want to have that where it's placed. Okay, good. So let's collapse this now and collapse all of this. So we have our first animation nicely done. So let's bring in our next image. Just like we did before, select and drag it into our project panel. Okay, so we have it in our project panel right now. Let's come forward. We want to drag it down to our timeline. Now you can see the size is very big, so let's hit S on our keyboard to scale it down. And we'll scale it down to something around 24. It's fine. See that? So let's trim this layer right now to start from the end of this previous animation. Have this here. Okay, so we want to have our text in, our descriptive text on this layer. So I'll come to the text tool here, click on it, and make sure nothing is selected here. Then just click in our viewport and type out the descriptive text. Okay, so just like before, we can align the text by coming to the align and clicking on the horizontal and vertical align, so we have it in the middle. So we're going to select our ellipse tool here. So you can click and hold it. Yours is not showing you the ellipse tool. You just click and hold the rectangle tool there, and you come down, you see the ellipse tool. So just like before, we want to click from the middle of our viewport area here. So just click and hold down Control and Shift, then drag. So you want to drag it to the size like this is fine. So once you release all of that, it gives you this perfect circle. So just like we did before, we want to come down and toggle down our text. Let's toggle our text and we look at the path option, and you can see the path just like before, it's set to none. So you click on it and change it to max 1, and that has given us the full description of our text, the full details of our text here. Then let's do the reverse path. So you can click on that. Now we want to also set the force alignment to on, so we have it perfectly round there. Okay, so we're going to make use of an expression here now. So we're going to hold down Alt. You can see the first margin here. So you want to hold down Alt on your keyboard before you click on this keyframe. Now that will allow us to be able to type out our expression. So you can see the keyframe here. So just hold down Alt on your keyboard first, then click on that keyframe. Now it has just given us these options here to type our expression. So we're going to type time and star, let's do time star minus 350. Okay, so we click out. Now that's for the first margin. For the last margin, we're going to also do the same thing. Hold down Alt, then click on the keyframe there, and we'll say, just type the expression time star, let's do minus 355. So you click out. You see that? Now let's preview that. So just click your play. Okay, let's be on the beginning of our new layer here. So we can trim this layer to start from the end of this other layer. Just like you did, you can drag it to trim it to this size, or you can just hold down Alt left curly bracket to cut that to that size. So let's play that and see. So we can see we have our text going round. We have it going round. Oh, good. Now this is nice. We didn't make use of keyframe here. We made use of the expression. Okay, so now we can now activate the 3D layer here. I want to make this layer a 3D. Let me do my selection tool. So we click on this to make it a 3D. Now that has just become a 3D layer. So I want to come to animate. You see this text and animate down here. So I'll click on the animate and enable per character 3D. Now you see the icon just changed to double cube inside there. Because a single cube before, now it's double cube inside there, telling you the per character 3D has been enabled. Okay, so let's look at our transform and rotate the text. So I want to rotate it on the x-axis. Want it to come flat, like, okay, somewhere around here it's fine. Then let's go back and let's add on the animate. I want to add a rotation. So that has just added, giving us the animator 1 range selector. You can see this animator 1 range selector. So want to rotate it, this range selector on the x-axis. Want it to come up, like you can see now. That's bringing our text up, making it stand. So let's just have it at a negative 90 degrees. You can see that our text is fully standing there. And let's now go back to our transform, and let's tilt this a little. Want it to go, okay, let's take it this way. Yes, more. Okay, good. So we have it like this now. Now let's play it and see. The x-axis is set to 80 degrees and the y-axis is minus 12. Let's play that and see. So you can see how it's coming, and okay, how it's rotating. Good. Let's just position that very well. So hit P on the keyboard to bring out the position, and want to take it up a little. Let's take it to the side a little. Side a little. Okay, that's fine. So just like we did before, we want to make sure we have our text selected, and we'll come and select the pen tool here so that we can add the effect of our text going behind our pad cursor here, going behind our pad, so we can have our text going behind our pad. So let's start from here. Just click on the edge of the pad there, then follow the edge line straight to this point, then let's come in. Okay, and let's come down again. Okay, now we can just close all of that here. You can see that has just cut through our text. So we want to bring out the max options there, and the max 2 we just created, you can see it's add. We want to change that to subtract. Good. So let's play that and see. So you can see now we have our text going around our pad. You can see that it's going around the pad. We have it going around the pad. Good, nice. So let's animate this pad also, just like we did for the cam. And let's take it down. Let's take it down. So, okay, we want our layers to be the same length. So if you just drag the both of them to the beginning of the timeline there. You can see. Then let's just be at the end of that layer. You can hit the plus key on your keyboard to zoom into your timeline. So you see that. So let's just trim these both layers to the same size of the previous layers. You can hold down Alt, right curly bracket to cut it to that size. Now that's fine. So hit minus key to zoom out of the timeline. Then I can now move this to the side so that we can animate it just after the camera want to have this part come in. So let's parent our text to it, but before we parent it, we can also make this layer a 3D layer. Good. It's a 3D layer and it's fine. Nothing is wrong with that there. So now let's parent it just like we did before. We select the pick whip and drag it to the layer there. So now that I just parented it. So at let's go to the beginning of our layer, and we want to go 20 frames. So just go 20 frames from the beginning. Hit P on the keyboard to bring out the position. So let's set the keyframe there, and now we can go to the beginning of our layer and let's drag it down on the y-axis. Now that takes down both the text and the image because they are parented together. You can see that. So we select both keyframes and right click on one and say easy ease, and that has easy ease that. I go to the graph editor and select both keyframe and drag to give us this shape just like we had before. Okay, so let's preview that. Okay, so let's go forward and let's add a keyframe here, and let's go 20 frames and take our pad up on the y-axis. Let's take it up till it's out of the screen. Good. So I'll select these two keyframes and just push it to the edge of our layer there. So let's trim our work area, and selecting these two keyframes, we also want to be sure that it has that curve. You can see that the curve there. So this is the beginning and this is the end. So let's preview that animation right now. Okay, so just like we had before, we had the text bouncing out. So we want to do all of that, and we're able to do that with the scale. So you select our text and its scale. We're going to make use of 3 keyframes. Now, the first keyframe, just come and hit the keyframe on the scale here. That's the first one. Now this is the final scale size of our text. So I'm going to move it away first of all. Then let's increase the scale. This is going to give it the pop effect. I want it to pop. So this will give you that pop effect. Then let's go 8 frames backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's collapse the scale to 0. You see that? So let's just select all the keyframes, right click on it, and easy ease. So let's preview that and see. So once you have that come out before the final stop of our animation, just push the keyframes back a little bit. Let's just good. So you have that. Okay, so these are the 2 ways you can have your text animated. You can have it like this, and you can also have it like this. Okay, so that's how to create that text effect. So guys, don't forget to subscribe. We are going to hit the 1 million subscribers target. Stay tuned and see you guys next time.